In today's lesson, we're going to be learning some super important expressions all around opinion openers, which is of course the main topic of this module. So we're going to be learning 6 different expressions that we can use to open our speaking and introduce the idea that we will be giving our opinion, whether that's to persuade or to inform somebody or just simply to tell somebody our thoughts about an event, a person, a topic. So opinion openers are super useful and they're a really important aspect of language. Let's take a quick look at the expressions we'll be learning. So, in my opinion, I feel that. It seems clear to me. I strongly suggest. If you ask me, and my thinking is. So we have a few different types of opinion openers here, ranging from quite traditional in a way, in my opinion, to more colloquial and native sounding, if you ask me. And that's definitely used more in terms of speaking and conversation. So what we'll do is we'll jump into a live video and we're going to work through a range of examples of me using these different expressions. And of course, you can follow my pronunciation and get a deeper understanding about each opinion opener's use. Our first expression is in my opinion. And really, when we're thinking about different types of opinion openers, in my opinion is pretty much the first thing that comes to mind. It's used a lot within speaking as well as writing too. And it's quite a formal way to open up your sentence and to begin talking about something that you have an idea about, that you have an opinion on. In my opinion. Generally, you would use it in slightly more formal situations, such as at work, at university, maybe with a group of people who are discussing a shared project, in my opinion. And you could just also use it with friends at times too. In my opinion, fish and chips are without a doubt the most delicious British food. In my opinion, this project is going to be really successful. So it's a super useful phrase, and it's just one of those little devices of language, one of those little expressions that's going to boost your fluency too. Okay, let's move on to the next expression. I feel that. Okay, so this is slightly different in use to in my opinion, and it's also probably worth saying that I feel that is probably less commonly used too. I feel that. I feel that. It's probably used more in situations where the topic might be a little bit more sensitive. For example, I feel that this movie is quite inappropriate for kids. So it's more talking about things definitely within a formal setting, but just a bit more sensitive. I feel that this movie is just a bit too gory, a bit too gruesome for me. So really we can use it in a similar way to in my opinion, but it's less commonly used, and generally I feel that is kind of like a nice way to open up an idea when talking about things that could be considered a bit more difficult to discuss, a bit more of a sensitive topic. I feel that. And up next is it seems clear to me. It seems clear to me. And it's used again in a different sort of way. It's generally used within a group discussion or debate. And it basically means I feel, I can see, this is obvious. It seems clear to me that we should wear helmets when riding bikes. So we're kind of discussing the obvious thing. It's still an opinion opener. It seems clear that we should wear a seatbelt in a car. It seems clear to me. It seems clear that. So we're kind of giving our opinion on something we believe is 100% true. It seems clear to me we should be wearing seatbelts in cars. Now we have an opinion opener that would probably be used in more of a work environment when people are discussing decisions to be made, say, in meetings. And that is, I strongly suggest. So it's saying that we really believe our opinion is a good approach, is the right idea. I strongly suggest rewriting the employee handbook. So I can see a problem and I'm saying, I believe this will fix it. I strongly suggest we rewrite the employee handbook to further help our staff. Well, could be the ending of that sentence. So we're kind of advising people here. I strongly suggest. Now we have if you ask me, or you can say an even more native sounding opinion opener, if you are. If you're asking me, I think, I feel. If you're asking me, I'd say, as in give my opinion. If you're asking me, I'd say bankers earn too much money. Possibly true. If you're asking me, I'd say bankers earn way too much money. So it's a really native sounding opinion opener. And it's again just signaling to people that we're going to be sharing our ideas. It's probably used more in British conversation, but it's definitely a really interesting one for you guys to practice too. If you're asking me, I'd say. And again, another slightly less common opinion opener, my thinking is. So it's pretty native sounding, definitely a British and could be an American opinion opener too. My thinking is, and then give your opinion. Very similar to in my opinion, then we speak. We continue with whatever topic we wish to discuss. My thinking is we should all have shorter work weeks. My thinking is PCs are very expensive. My thinking is, then share your ideas. So we've gone through 6 really, really useful expressions, and I really would suggest now just stopping with the course, writing these expressions down and just have a go for 15, 20 minutes using them, sharing some opinions, sharing some ideas, and getting used to the expressions and the opinion openers that we've just seen the examples for. And I hope that you enjoy your practice with this language.